Hi, so I looked at Athens on the C40 page, and I was not surprised to find that they do have a climate action plan. I think I might have seen it while we were doing our initial research. But the goal is to cut 2 million tons of CO2 by 2030. They'll do this by installing energy upgrades within their historic and outdated buildings, transitioning public lighting to be energy efficient, and promoting sustainable transit. I saw on the C40 site that Athens has a population of 600,000 and is only 19 square miles long. That means there can possibly be over 30,000 people living in each square mile, which is really hard for me to imagine. The overcrowding leaves Athens very vulnerable to erratic weather occurrences as a result of climate change. And I imagine that being a coastal city puts citizens at a higher risk of storms. I read on the EPA website that coastal cities are more vulnerable to extreme storms, tide shifting, flooding, and water supply salinization. In my essay this week, I learned about how poorly Greece is handling their refugee crisis. I imagine if Athens assumes business as usual, coastal storms from climate change could damage many structures, including homes and the historical tourist attractions, causing a reduction in tourism. With environmental and economic degradation, citizens might need to flee Athens and relocate to other parts of Greece, ironically becoming environmental refugees themselves. I imagine the islands of Greece are also very vulnerable to climate change. Unfortunately, many refugees from the Near East are located on those islands, living in already harsh conditions. I'm not sure that Greece would allocate aid to them, so they might be faced with even more environmental injustices due to climate change. Other island dwellers would need to travel to the mainland, potentially causing urban expansion or overcrowding throughout the non-coastal regions of Greece. Finally, Athens is an old city with a strong culture of persistence. Athens is a land rich with resources, and that has contributed largely to the city's survival. But I do believe that the people have also had to adapt to a changing environment and world relatively well in order to prosper for so long.